Vanna from Cheat Nails, helping you to stay frugal with your next manicure. And in this video, I'm going to be removing gel polish. Yep, I did a gel polish mani, but now it's time to remove it. And I know there's a pretty standard way of doing it where you get acetone, pure acetone, and you soak it off and you wrap your finger in like tinfoil or something, but I don't want to do that. So I'm gonna try to remove my gel polish with the dip powder method of like how you remove dip powder. It's where you get a zip top bag and warm water. I've done a whole video on it. I'll link it up here. I've done a whole video on it, and I was thinking, why don't I try to remove my gel polish using the same method that I remove my dip powder with? So that's what we're gonna be trying in this video. So let's get started removing that gel polish.
Alright, I've worn my gel manicure for about 10 days now, and if you want to see how I did this awesome gel manicure, I'll link the video up in the corner there. But I got some growth here. So let's go ahead and start removing it. So I'm going to go ahead and just take my 99-cent file, and I'm just going to file the top layer. Now you do not want to file too much to hit your natural nail or anything, and be very careful that you do not file your skin. Alright, after I've filed off the top layer of my gel, I'm going to go ahead and grab my awesome sandwich bag that I got from Walmart. It's just a great value sandwich bag. And I'm going to go ahead and open it, and then I'm going to grab my paper towel. Like I said in the intro, I really like using this method to take off my dip powder, so I'm very excited to try it with gel polish, because gel polish can be kind of hard to take off. Another thing to note, I can't believe how much my nails have grown after these 10 days. Like, I have a lot of nail growth. It's so surprising. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and take 100% acetone, and I'm going to add that to the bag. I added 1/4 of a cup of pure acetone. You absolutely have to use 100% acetone when you're doing this method, or it will not work. So I'll add that, and then also when you're doing this sandwich bag method, you have to use a moisturizer, some kind of oil, whatever oil that you like, because your nails will be dried out. So I'm going to go ahead and add my olive oil. It is my favorite moisturizer that I use, so I'm going to add it. I also add extra virgin olive oil. That is my favorite kind of olive oil. And right here I'm just looking at the bag, and I'm like, I think I put too much olive oil, too much in, but I was like, oh, I'll just go with it, I think it's fine. So I went ahead and grabbed my hot/warm water, because you definitely want to use hot/warm water with this method, because that is what activates the acetone. But of course you don't want to burn yourself, so don't get it too hot. Just get it in that right ballpark of being kind of hot but warm so it doesn't burn you. And then I stuck my hand in, and I went ahead and put my hand in the water. Now your hand is in the zip top bag, so you're not getting wet, but your hand is in the water, and all you have to do is kind of swoosh around your hands with that paper towel and just let it work. Now, while I'm sitting here, I kind of noticed that my zip top bag kind of has a lot of oil in it, so I kind of feel like I added too much oil. So after 10 minutes, I looked through the bag at my hand, and I see that the gel polish wasn't really removed. So I knew that it was kind of not working. But usually after 10 minutes, it's pretty much when I use it with dip powder, the dip powder was almost removed, so I was kind of like, oh, is this not going to work with gel polish? So after I waited about 20 minutes, and then I took my hand out of the bag, and the gel polish still wasn't removed, but I felt like by this time it should have been removed, so I must have made a critical error, and I think that critical error was that I put way too much oil in the bag, and the acetone was too diluted. So I went ahead and just started all over and did every thing over. I got a new bag, more paper towels, but I only added about 2 tablespoons of olive oil. Then I added 1/4 of a cup of acetone, and then I reheated the bowl of water that I had so it was hot again. I feel like this method is going to work to take off my gel polish. I just gotta make sure I get all of the oil and acetone ratio right. So after 11 minutes into the new bag that we made up, this is what it looks like, and I feel like it really removed it a lot better than the first time, because the first time I added too much olive oil, and my gel here is just really flaking off very easily. So I went ahead and just grabbed my wooden cuticle stick and just pushed it off. Now you do not want to do this if the gel does not want to come off. You just want to put it back in the bag and let it soak a little bit more, because if you try to force this gel off, then you might damage your natural nails, so you do not want to do that. So I just using a wooden cuticle stick to do it, and just to make sure that the gel just flakes off very easily when you're doing it. Alrighty, all of my gel polish was removed. I gotta say this method did work, but of course I had to get the ratio right, not too much oil. I'm also going to grab my extra virgin olive oil and a toothbrush, and I'm just going to go ahead and moisturize my nails, because you definitely, after you do this method, you want to moisturize your nails, because they're going to be very dry from the acetone. Yes, we use olive oil, but they're still going to be dry from the acetone, so you definitely want to tend to your nails after you do this method. And this method, I think, worked very well. Of course, don't add too much olive oil or whatever oil that you are using, but if you feel like you've added oil and your hands are just getting too dry in the bag, add a little more oil. It's kind of like I don't know, it's kind of like when you're doing it, you kind of have to test it out, because I feel like there isn't like a perfect amount of oil that you can do. You kind of just have to put it in, put your hand in, and if it's too dry, add a little bit more oil. But I think that it worked very well, and my nails look very healthy and strong afterwards. It didn't ruin them at all or anything, and I think that it worked very well. I also have an awesome video that you can watch. It's all about doing nail care after you remove your gel polish, and you can click the screen right here to watch that. And please subscribe for more awesome content, and give this video a like if you liked it. Thank you so much for watching, and I'm so glad you took this time with me to talk about how to remove gel polish. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next Friday. Bye!